Good afternoon, you guys. Good afternoon. Today is Saturday, April the 30th of 2022. And I'm feeling a little better. I've been led in the spirit to, for the first time today, to get up and go get a floor plant for my place. And this plant is called Majestic Palm. Or no, not palm. I think it's palm. I don't know. I think it's a majestic palm, and it's definitely a majestic palm. Needless to say, I got it from Home Depot, and when I walked into the Home Depot, there were other plants that I had picked up, and this particular plant caught my eye, and I was like, "That's the one." And I wound up putting it in my cart. Needless to say, upon removing it from the or purchasing it from the store or whatever, I didn't, as you can see, it's sitting in a green bin because I didn't buy like a vase to put it in, so I have to go back on another day to get a vase. But for right now, that works because I watered the plant. Oh, my head is hurting. But I watered the plant, needless to say, and the water got all over my floors. So, yeah, I'm going to go buy a bin on another day. But I've been led while I've been resting and just in resting and getting back to perfect health. I've been led to, I keep hearing mustard seed may, mustard seed may, mustard seed may. So, on the way from the Home Depot, God literally led me to go to Walmart and buy some mustard seeds. I don't cook with them. I don't know how to use them. I don't know what they go in. But when I went into Walmart, I found some mustard seeds. And look how tiny they are. In fact, I am going to open them and do a close-up as to how tiny they are. They are this tiny and they're falling all over the place, but I just wanted to give you a visual of not just my ashy hands, y'all, but how tiny. I'm going to clean them up after the video ends. I promise you guys. But needless to say, this led me to Matthew 17:20 that says, because you have so little faith, I tell you this. If you even had even a faint spark of faith, even as small, even faith as tiny as a mustard seed, you could say to this mountain, move from there to here to there. And because of your faith, the mountain would move. If you had just a sliver of faith, you would find nothing impossible. But this kind is not realized except through much prayer and fasting. I sincerely do not know what you guys are going through. I have no idea. But I don't know if you have been feeling like these heavy burdens lately. You may be fasting and praying and you're not seeing the results from your hard works and labors. And you feel like giving up, throwing in a towel. But I'm really feeling led to release this video and upload this video to tell you guys that please do not give up. You are literally at the finish line. You may have gotten certain results, but there's a mighty God that says that regardless of the results that you've gotten on an actual piece of paper, God has the final say so. And he just wants you to have just something this tiny, faith that tiny to come and say, I'm not going to only help you cross and give you the acceleration that you've been praying, fasting, and consecrating for, but I'm also going to show you how, if you just believe in me, how you're just going to blossom into a beautiful tree. And you're going to be able to move into anything that I promise you. Remember, God's promises are yes and amen. So you may have had some setbacks like I've been having. You may have been having some setbacks. You may have felt the resistance. You may have had to repeat certain cycles again and again and again. And you may have felt like, God, like, do you hear me? You may have wept. You may have cried and said, God, do you hear me? I'm telling you guys, this past month, I've said this prayer to God so many times. And I'm like, God, do you hear me? God, do you hear me? Do you hear me? Every day I would ask God, like, do you hear me? And I would just get weak and weary, like, God, I've been going through this process for 9 months. 9 months. And now it's time to push. It's time to push, you guys. If you are about to deliver that baby, whether it's a physical baby, whether it's a business idea or a venture, whether it is a new employment opportunity, whether it is a rekindled relationship, a marriage, a separation, whatever it is, you are about to give birth to that. I don't care what the naysayers have stated. I don't care what statistics have stated. I don't care what the odds are. You have to believe that it is removed. And do not doubt. Do not get too many people involved in what you are trying to accomplish. Only share with those who you know will be, who will intercede with you in prayer. Other than that, if they're not interceding with you and they are given any type of undesirable energy or just anything, do not share with those people, because it can definitely throw you off. And you don't want to throw off that little bit of doubt that you may have. But God is saying in this month, May is about to bring some exceedingly abundantly and just joyous abundance that you have not experienced ever in life. Prime example, today I went to my mailbox and my girlfriend, she sent me a card, and the whole packaging was just, first of all, it was unexpected, but the whole packaging was just so beautiful. And people are thinking about you when you don't even notice they're thinking about you, and I just kept giving thanks and honor and super gratitude to her for just sending me that unexpected letter, because I definitely needed it on this particular week, to say the least. And I know, the strong people feel like we don't also go through weak moments, but we do. And it's something that I've been trying to accomplish for well over a decade. And there's been some resistance, but I just feel like somebody is going to receive a call. Somebody is going to receive a call with amazing news. Amazing news. You may have went on an interview to a job months ago. You never heard any feedback. You're still seeking an employment opportunity. You may have sat at an actual table trying to close a business deal. You have not heard back from those business partners. Things, just nothing. There may have been some blockage. But I declare the decree over your life today that in the next 72 hours, by the end of the business day on May the 3rd of 2022, or whenever this video finds you, I see it May the 3rd. So yes, the end of business day on May the 3rd of May the 2022. I pray that within the first 72 hours of May of 2022, that you receive supernatural calls, supernatural emails, things that you felt like was dead and gone. They are sprung back to life. I pray that any situation that you have felt that you wanted to throw in the towel and give up on, I pray that supernatural strength is released in your area right now. The healing will take place. Those tears will be wiped up, and you will bear the fruits of all of the tears that you've cried. I pray that with anybody who has lost hope, I pray that you just get back up and you just find just that slither of faith that we just read from Matthew 17:20. That just a tiny bit of faith that says, I can do this, I will do this, and I will not give up. When I was in the army, you guys, really quickly, a part of the soldier's creed that we had to recite every single day, it said, I will never accept defeat. I will never accept defeat. And as a 17-year-old in the military, I never understood why I would always shed a tear when we would say that particular line. But it resonated with my spirit so well that I had no idea that I just had no idea that one line would literally be the catalyst of me accomplishing every single thing in my life. There's anything that I've accomplished in life, it's always been like I've always had to fight for it. It wasn't, nothing ever happened on the first try. I always had to do it multiple times. But everything I've always gotten in life, it's always been earned. But it was because I kept replaying in my mind over and over again, I am not a quitter. I will not accept defeat. And you can say the same thing. You are not a quitter. You will not accept defeat. Right now, you may have launched a business and those sales may not be pouring in as abundantly as you may have see somebody else's that's pouring in, and that's okay. But it will happen. Just be patient, be consistent. Just be patient, be consistent. You may have written a book, and it may not be a New York Best Times seller right now. But guess what? Your time will come. We are in a due season. We are in a due season, right? We are in a due season. And I kid you not, it's your due season. It's your due season. April is my favorite month of the year because it rains so much, right? But then in May, if you ever just look at nature, you notice that there are just so many beautiful flowers. Just so many beautiful flowers all around. And sometimes the same flowers don't blossom in the same spots every year, even if you lived in that same residence. It's different types of flowers that will blossom in May. And that's why I love May so much, is because I'm unexpected. When I look at the flowers that grows every year, it's an unexpected flower that I may have not even ever come across before in its lifetime. So just know that unexpected blessings are coming your way. Financial increase is coming your way. If you are behind on your bills, if you are late on your bills, fret not, you guys. God will take care of you. He will take care of you. I am a standing testimony, y'all. Like when it's time for me to share my testimony, and I feel like I'm being led to share like very soon, but it's something that I have to accomplish also. And once I receive my call of my good news, I am officially going to share my testimony, right? But I say this really quickly. I've been in my wilderness season for these past three years, right? I've gone through the storm. I lost it all. I lost every single thing. And if God has done it, I literally lost everything to the point where I was homeless living in my car until my car got repoed. If God did it for me, He not only did I get a car back, I got a brand new car. I live in my dream home. God has provided for me exceedingly abundantly and above all. Every time I look at the sky, I see this eagle. There's an eagle that comes near my place every day between the hours of 12 o'clock and like 3 o'clock p.m. Every single day. It just flies and keeps on soaring. And once I see the eagle, I'll immediately start seeing an abundance of flights, airplanes just flying past. And it's like God is telling you to soar. He's telling not just me, but He's telling everybody, it's time for you to soar. It's time for you to take flight. There may have been some turbulence as I was getting you off the ground, but I'm telling you guys, I'm about to take you to a higher elevated level that you have never seen before. You just have to be in receiving mode, you guys. You just have to have that faith as small as a mustard seed. You just have to have that majestic energy. And by the way, I named my plant Your Majesty. So should you ever need any prayer, I will give the prayer to the plant. But Should you, because at one point this was just a mustard seed. This was just a little seed as small as this, and now this plant has officially been welcomed into my home of love and joy. So in this situation, people may have kicked you while you were down. They may have not believed in you. They may have walked away from you. They may have written you off during one of the most tumultuous seasons in your life. Friends who you thought were friends may have turned their backs on you. They may have betrayed on you. They may have lied on you. They may have stolen from you. That is okay. Look at where you were and look at who you are now and how far you have come, how far you've grown, how much you've lost, and how far you have come. If you can sit up here and say, I've come far, if you can say that with a smile on your face, and you can say with no resistance, you won a battle. You won a battle. When the word says, no weapon formed against me shall prosper, people may talk about you. They may speculate. They may do all of that. That's okay. But then when you see the favor that God has on you, then it's just like, that's when they'll say, that's when the whole scripture comes into play of, I will set a table in the presence of my enemies. I will prepare a table in the presence of my enemies, and they will be your footstools. And I have seen it come to pass. And even though I didn't even think I had enemies, I had them, and I may still have them, and that's okay. You may still have them, and that is okay. Identify them, but feed them from a long wooden spoon. And you just have to be, in this season that I've been in these last 3 years, I've learned how to say no with an exclamation and not an explanation. I don't owe anybody anything. I don't owe anybody anything more than what I have to spare. If I don't have it, I don't owe it to you. I've given from a cup that wasn't overflowing. I've done it for so many years that now I officially have boundaries. So if people are not willing to respect those boundaries, respectfully let them go. And you can do that. You can do it. But I don't know where all of that came from, because we only started from a mustard seed, right? And I'm just being led by the Holy Spirit right now. But you guys, it is Mustard Seed May, and I want you to go anoint your houses. And if you have the money and the time on today, April the 30th of 2022, to go to Walmart, or if you have some in your house already, or any store, and go purchase some mustard seeds. And I just want you to put some in a tissue. What I want you to do, I want you to put some in a tissue, right? Or anything satin, whatever. I don't care what it is. And I ask that you put some oil on them. And when you put some oil on them, I want you to send some prayers over that, over those mustard seeds. And for the next 72 hours, what I want you to do is I want you to either carry them with you, or I want you to throw the seeds on the ground. And hopefully rain will bring them to you, so you will see whatever you pray for over those mustard seeds. I pray that they come into fruition. I pray that they come into fruition, okay? So I want you to go get some mustard seeds like I've been led to do today. And I want you to go pray over those mustard seeds and watch how God works. Watch how he works in this month of May. I love you guys. I hope you guys stay empowered, inspired, encouraged, illuminated, enlightened, and uplifted. If it's in God's will, I shall see you guys tomorrow. But I want you to keep your heads up and never, ever, ever give up. You got this, and God will send you a call in the next 72 hours. Watch how he works. Have a good day, you guys. I love you, and welcome to Mustard Seed May.